Well, hello, guys. It is Monday night, and it is day one of the Enroll 20 Challenge with the Childcare Millionaires. I am your host tonight, Brandy Woods, and I'm so excited. If you're with us for the first time, you're in for an absolute treat. We do these challenges to make sure that your daycare is rocking and rolling. That you have new tools, tips, and strategies to get you by. And today we're going to be talking all about enrollment. So if you are ready, put enrollment in the chat. We're going to let everyone get on. Hopefully you got our text messages, our emails. You got your challenge pack printed out. Tonight is the night. I am excited because I know that this strategy totally saved my business, and I'm excited to share this strategy with you. To get the good stuff all 3 days. So if you're committed to being here for 3 days, all 3 days, put a number 3 in the chat. Now, we're going to give everybody a minute to get on, but this is what I need you to do. I need you to do 3 things. 3 things. Right now, I need you to make sure that you have pen and paper. Number 1, pen and paper. Now, I know that we have some experts in the chat. They know that they're already making sure that those special announcements are in the chat, but you need to have pen and paper. Hopefully you have your VIP. Next thing you need to do, I need you to share this video. The reason why I want you to share this video, because there may be another childcare owner who is looking for this information, and if you don't share it, they won't get it. The third thing I need for you to do is drop where you're tuning in from inside of the chat, all right? Pen and paper, right? Pen and paper. Share this video, and then drop where you're from inside of the chat. We'll see you in a second. All right, guys, if you shared this video, put shared in the chat. If you shared this video, put shared in the chat. You are tuning into the Enroll 20 Students in 20 Days 3-day challenge. Now, this challenge is going to take us through all of the good stuff that we need to do in order to make sure not only that we enroll students, but we enroll students and retain those students. So I see that we have people in from Houston. That's my hometown. Come on, Indiana, Oklahoma, New Bern. I see Georgia's in the house. Kansas City's in the house. Memphis, Tennessee is in the house. Come on, Arkansas. We definitely want to know where you're coming in from. I got Oregon in the house. Come on. Welcome, Tony. I see that M-I, cricket letter I. All right, Mississippi. I see California's in the house. So listen, on tonight, we are going to be sharing so much information. I do want you to take good notes, but I also want to make sure that you have your Enroll 20 document, right? So we have a VIP pack. This VIP pack is going to have everything that you need to be successful. Yes, the challenge is absolutely free, but the VIP pack is going to give you a 60-page planner. It's going to give you a Q&A with me. It's going to give you access to the replays, as well as a host of tools that you can use with your staff. So for those of you who needs this VIP, make sure that you got it. Christina says she got hers. And she says, VIP, baby. I don't know if you got a chance to look in it, Christina, but if you got it, and you're printing it and you looked at it, you know that you're going to need it to really, really, really take this challenge on by the horns. I'm not making anybody do anything. All I'm telling you to do, instead of reinventing the wheel, you can use the VIP pack to help you. So let's go ahead and get started. My name is Brandy Wood Smith, and I am the host, and I'm also the founder of Childcare Millionaires. Those of you who don't know much about Childcare Millionaires, you are going to get your earful tonight about and you just happened across this video. I really invite you to enroll in the challenge so you can get all the reminders every single day about the videos and about the activities and about the badges. Because guess what, guys? I brung the badges back. So shout out to my badge gang who know that the badges are a show of honor. When you do your activities, you want to post your badge. So we're going to be putting out badges tonight in the Facebook group so that you can testify that you did your work. So shout out to my badge gang. You are going to learn that we are a very interactive community. So as we go through everything on tonight, please make sure that you are involved, right? You don't want to just sit here and not take notes, not get involved in the comments. You definitely want to be involved. So we want to welcome you to the Enroll 20 Challenge. And our goal is to help you enroll 20 students in the next 20 work days, right? What if you can enroll 20 more students by Thanksgiving? How would that change your childcare situation? How would that 20 more students on your roll, 20 more students on your roster, how could that change things for you, right? What would that look like for you? So we have a few rules tonight that we want to talk about. First of all, no, Shannon. Shannon asked a good question. If you're not in Elevation, you need to purchase your challenge pack. The challenge pack is for everyone who purchased that $29 VIP upgrade. And some of you did a $39 upgrade. If so, it is in your inbox. And we always encourage people to please check spam and your promotions folder. Because a lot of times, if you're new to getting emails from us, that's where it will be. But I want to just really quick go over the rules. We do ask that you use this information for your personal use, but you don't resell the workbook, resell the presentation, present it as your own information. But if you have any questions, you need any permission, reach out to us. You can always reach out to us at info@childcaremillionaires.com, and we'll be happy to get back with you. Or membership. If you have any membership or association questions, you can email us at membership@childcaremillionaires.com. All right, now we got the hard stuff out of the way. So, what is Childcare Millionaires? Childcare Elevation is you should be in the main Facebook group. We let everyone in, but Elevation group does not open again until November, Sharice. But thank you for trying. So make sure that you try to get into the main Childcare Millionaires group, and we will have the team drop that group inside. You can also check all of the emails if you registered. That is the link that you need to check to get in the group. But we just dropped the group link inside of the comments. So if you need to get in the group, you can do it there. If you ask to get into Elevation, it will deny you because Elevation is closed right now. But it will be opening again soon. So they got the big questions, Dr. DeShannon. They got the big questions tonight. So Quinn will tell you a little bit more about Elevation and our programs as we go throughout the challenge. But please send us an email at membership@childcaremillionaires.com and let us know that you're interested and we can give you the requirements. Childcare Millionaires Association is totally dedicated to increasing the number of 7- and 8-figure childcare centers. By doing that, we also definitely increase the economy itself. I don't know if you know, but childcare is a predominantly women-ran industry. And a lot of women are owners, and there are a lot of male owners, but most of the women do 99.9% of the work. Do you guys agree? Now, I'm all for men in childcare. I have men that work at all of my childcare centers and who work for Childcare Millionaires. But when we strengthen the childcare industry, we also strengthen the economy for working women. And for me, that's something I'm very, very, very passionate about. How many of you are passionate about giving a livable wage to your employees? How many of you are, if so, put wage in the chat. How many of you are passionate about having quality childcare in your community, right? Making sure that our kids are in a safe place, right? Having that quality. If you're very interested in quality, put quality in the chat. Making sure that kids not only have a nurturing place to go, but that they're learning and that they're school ready. These are some things that we're highly passionate about at Childcare Millionaires. So Childcare Millionaires is a free association, but we have a few paid programs. You hear some people in there talking about the Accelerator membership. It's our monthly membership. And then we have our Elevation, which is our yearly mastermind where we do so many great things together. So we'll be talking about those a little bit more as we walk through. So keep your ears open just in case that's something that you're interested in. But one of the things that we do, we strengthen couples that are in the childcare industry together. We strengthen people who want to be multi-site owners. And we want you to know that there's a lot of peer and expert support out there. Now, I don't know about you, but childcare for me at one point was very lonely. And I didn't really feel like I had a lot of sisterhood or camaraderie when it came to expressing my needs and my questions and concerns with childcare. Has anybody else ever felt a little lonely in this industry? We have created Childcare Millionaires to be more of a sisterhood where you can come and you can get your questions answered, but you can also, speak very frankly about your concerns in childcare, your wins in childcare, your leadership woes or your leadership glows in childcare. So that's what we're here for, to help you really, really strengthen your leadership skills. The way we do that is we do it through, of course, of things like we're doing today with our challenges and our summits. So for those of you who don't know me, I've been in education, I guess a little over 25 years now. I need to update this slide. For about 25 years, we personally own 3 locations. We travel all around the world. I love traveling. We just left Miami with Elevation Mastermind. I'm on my way to Vegas. Then I hit Atlanta and Anguilla. I have so much travel on my calendar for the rest of this year that I'm excited about. But I'm also a thrill seeker. I love roller coasters, love doing crazy stuff, 4-wheelers, all that great stuff. I'm a mother of 6, a grandmother of 3. Whoo, that's a whole nother story. An author and a publisher. But most importantly, I work in childcare centers every day, just like you. And I know that enrollment is crucial and critical. And not just enrollment of students, also enrollment of staff. And even though we're not talking about staff today, we know that the recruitment of staff is just as important as the recruitment of students, right? So we are going to be talking about how can we enroll 20 students in 20 days. People ask me, Brandy, have you done this? Yes. The most students we've ever enrolled in a 1-month period. If you look at a month, most months have 30 days, 31 days. February, cut us a little short. We only get 20 days. If you look at a month, normally there are 20 to 21 working days. You know this because when you do food service, it's normally 20 to 21 working days. So when we say enroll 20 students in 20 days, we want to see how can we support owners and directors in leadership and in operation by helping them enroll these 20 students, by not going crazy and by not losing staff and making sure parents are happy. We want to help you to devise a plan. Everybody put plan in the chat. Everybody put a plan in the chat. And some people who are new, I love this, Miss Lyons. Those of you who are new and you're just opening your center, getting that first 20 family is crucial. It's crucial, but you have to have a plan. I mean, you literally have to have a plan, right? You have to have a plan. I love it. You have to have a plan. You have to have a plan. And last but not least, we're going to talk about how to increase the profits in your center fast. So are those good goals? If those are good goals, let me know in the chat. If these are good goals, let me know in the chat. Awesome. The other thing that we want to do is we really want to make sure that you guys understand what we're going to cover every day. So I'm going to go over the 3-day flow for you. I'm going to go over the 3-day flow. So day 1, we're going to talk about the mindset of a master recruiter. How many of you know that most things are mind over matter? Most things are truly just mind over matter. If you can put your mind to it, then you can achieve it and do it. And then if you can get your team on board, then you're going to do it faster. There's an old African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go by yourself, right? But if you want to go far, you need to go with a team, right? So we're going to teach you how not to think of enrollment as a one-man show, right? We don't want you to think of it as an army of one. We want you to think of it as a team sport. How many owners and directors really think of enrollment as an isolated thing that you do on your own? Like it's just you're responsible for it. And so I know that's how I was thinking of enrollment until I had an emergency and I had to rethink about my strategy for enrollment. Day 2, we're going to talk about involving your staff and also using referrals. We're going to talk a little bit about marketing and branding on day 2 as well. And then day 3, we're going to talk about how to execute the perfect tour. And that tour starts with the phone call. Some of you are killing your enrollment process because you have poor phone etiquette. So I'm going to be giving you some phone scripts and some phone etiquette that will make your enrollment soar, right? Some of you, just the way you answer the phone can change how people perceive and view your center. So we're going to talk about the perfect tour and how to get the money the first day. How to secure that student and get the money the first day with our power close. All right. So how do you get the most out of Enroll 20? First, make sure you're in the Facebook group. And I put the link here. I dropped the link earlier. Get the VIP bundle. Make sure you join the conversation and earn your badges. So in the VIP bundle, you're going to get a classroom enrollment breakdown analysis, which we're going to do tonight. You're going to get enrollment trackers, follow-up forms, tour follow-up, teacher notice, the perfect tour guide, a fee schedule template, phone scripts, frequently asked questions template, a first day welcome letter, a first day wow factor guide. So guys, don't sleep on the VIP bundle. Make sure that you grab it so you don't have to try to create those things yourself. If you haven't gotten it yet, you can go to bit.ly. Enroll 20 VIP, and it's all lowercase. And if somebody, Dr. DeShannon, when we talk about it, if you can drop that link in the chat for them, I would be truly, truly, truly grateful. There's a QR code. If you need it, you can take a screenshot of this and go to it later. We just want to make sure that if you need it, you have it. So let's talk about our badges. Today, you're going to be able to earn 2 badges. I almost said 3, but I think it's 2. The Master Recruiter Mindset, and that's going to be a form that you need to do to earn this badge. And the revenue gap is complete. We're going to be doing an activity today. On day 2, you're going to be able to earn 3 badges. One is for referrals. The other one is for your social media and claiming your Google. And on day 3, you're going to be able to earn some badges. My building is tour ready. power closer, and then my wow factor badge. What is going to be your wow factor? Okay. And so the ultimate badge that we hope that everyone earns is at the end of this, that you decide to join us in Houston, Texas at Childcare Millionaires Live, where all of the magic will continue to happen. So I'm going to ask you, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to learn about how you can have a recruiter's mindset? While we get ready, I want you to do me a favor. Drop in the chat whether or not you are an owner or a director. Whether you are an owner or a director. Drop in the chat whether you are an owner or a director. Someone asked for the link to the group. We also dropped that in the chat. Just drop in the chat if you are an owner or a director. Awesome. So for my directors out there, I'm so proud of you who are here. I'm talking to my directors who are not owners. You devising a plan with your owner to increase enrollment is going to be very beneficial to you. We actually promote our directors and our assistant directors and bonus them based on their performance when they're enrolling and retaining their kids. So we're really, really excited that you're getting a chance to join us in this challenge. If you're a director, I'm so proud of you for being here. As a director, and I'm speaking from an owner's point of view, the sole thing that you can do to benefit the organization as a whole is to make sure that the center stays full. If the center stays full, it allows us to operate, get better employees, get better resources, better raises, better pay. All of it is contingent on our enrollment. So I'm so proud of you for being here tonight. So day one is about the mindset of a leader. The mindset of a leader. So when I said a moment ago, it's mind over matter, I want us to check our mindset right now. So do you feel like, one, your center is ready for more kids? We're absolutely ready for more kids. Two, we could have more kids, but our staff is an issue. That's number two. You're going to put one. And number three, we're ready. We're not ready for kids because our building is an issue. So one, we're ready for more kids right now. Two, we're not ready for more kids because our staff is an issue. Or three, we're ready for more kids, but our building is an issue. Okay? I love it. I love it. I love it. Just really assessing where you are is very important. Now, tonight, there are going to be some times that I talk, and there are going to be some times where I get quiet because I want you actually doing some of the activities and assignments. So I have a pop quiz for you. And during this pop quiz, I'm going to literally give you about 2 minutes to answer these questions. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to answer these questions. And while you're answering these questions, I want you to be very honest with yourself about where you are, where your staff is, how many students do you have? You're going to answer questions 1 through 5, and I'm going to give you approximately 1.5 minutes to do that. All right. So in answering these questions, we're already preparing ourselves for a better enrollment. So I love the fact that, thank you, Alexia. I love this. She says, listen, this is my answers. So sometimes we don't focus on enrollment because we are able to pay our bills on number 3. So how many students do you have currently? We're going to use this. How many students do you hope to have enrolled? Now, my goal is not my capacity. Let me free some of you. My capacity is 220. That's not my goal. I have learned over 200 kids. Our facility struggles, right? So even though the state, and I thank the state for saying that we can have 200, we cannot have 220 kids. Our cap is 200, okay? So listen, whatever cap that you have, feel comfortable with that, but also you want to make sure that you have a goal listed, all right? Do you have a concrete plan to increase enrollment? Some of you may not. And are you marketing consistently? Consistently means every day people know how to find you. Consistently means your Google is correct. Consistently means your website is correct. Consistently means you have posted in the last 48 hours on your Facebook page. That is consistently, right? So the reason why we're asking these questions is because in order for us to get a plan, then we absolutely must be honest with ourselves about where we are right now, right? You got to be honest about where you are right now. So some people said, I hope to have this number enrolled. So my question is, if you hope to have that number enrolled, can you take care of those kids with the staff you have, or do you need more staff? We're going to figure that out in a minute. All right. So why is enrollment important? I want to go over this, and you may say, Brandy, I know why enrollment is important. But if you really knew why enrollment was important all the way to you selling your business in the future, even to that, you will focus on enrollment every single day. Daycares are not sold based on capacity. They're sold based on enrollment, right? It's great to have a full center, but a big capacity. But if that center is empty, then that's not helping us reach our ultimate goals. So first benefit is you can hire more staff. And I actually want to put, you can hire more quality staff. How many of you need to do that? You need to have more funds so you can hire more staff. If so, put hire in the chat. If you don't need to hire anybody, don't put it. It's okay. Number 2, some people may need to just increase their cash flow. It's like, I got money coming in, but I need money coming in at a faster rate for me to improve my program. So how many of you need more cash flow? Some of you just need more funding opportunities. If you really had more students, right, you can get funding to buy your building. But they're looking at you right now and saying, hey, you don't really have enough revenue for you to buy your building. Some of you just want to make program or building improvements. Like you want a new playground. You want new furniture in your building. You want to create a teacher's lounge. You want to create an executive office. You know, I love my office. I love it. Some of you want to do these things, but you really can't improve your building. You want to create a library. You want to create resources for your parents, but you can't do it because you don't have enough enrollment. Other times it gives you the ability to operate debt-free. So besides our SBA loan, we are a debt-free center, right? We owe no debt. And we're almost through paying off our building. We owe no credit card debt. We are able to operate debt-free. And even if the business can't be debt-free, because I believe in leveraging my money, my growth with other people's money, I still want to be personally debt-free. How many of you just said, man, if I can just get personally debt-free, whew, and I can operate in a surplus, man, that would change my life. We've been personally debt free. We keep one car normally, but credit card debt, we carry no balances every month. Or maybe you want expansion opportunities, right? You want to be able to go from 1 center to 2 to 3 to 10. How many of you want more centers? If so, put the number of centers you want in the chat. Put the number of centers you want in the chat. I used to want 10. That's not my new goal anymore, right? But I love the centers I have. But my goal used to be 10. All right. Then the ability to invest more in yourself. How many of you just like, you know what? I would like to get coaching. I would like to go to seminars. I would like to go to conferences. I would like to go to real estate development classes. I would like to invest in myself more. I would like to go back and get my master's, get my doctorate. I would just like to, go and take a few classes. I want to learn more about finance. Maybe they will allow you to invest a little bit more in yourself. And last but not least, when your enrollment is up, you can hire more people, which can give you more personal time freedom. Now, I don't know about you, but all 8 of these sound juicy to me. All 8 of these sound juicy to me. I want to hire quality staff. I want more money. I want more opportunities. I want to improve my program. I want to be debt free. I want to be able to expand. I want to invest in myself. I invest in myself right at about $80,000 a year. I'm very big into my personal development. And I want more time freedom. I want to be able to work from home when I choose. I want to be able to be in the centers when I choose. I want that to be a choice. So in order to do that, I have to do my ABCs, always be closing, because that's basically what you're doing when you get a new parent. You're closing that parent. But closing sounds so, to childcare owners, y'all don't like to make money. I don't know what it is. When y'all hear cash or money, y'all get scared. Y'all scared of making money out there or what? Y'all want to make some money or no? I mean, and even if you're a director, do you want your owner to bonus you and to increase your salary based on enrollment or no? Because we can't pay you if we have no money. So we're going to talk about a recruiter's mindset is always be recruiting. Now, I know it ain't good grammar, but it's a good activity. Always be recruiting. Can someone put that in the chat? Always be recruiting. Why do you want to recruit? Why is it important for you to recruit? I'm going to tell you right now why it's important for you to recruit. Recruitment happens when you're in the grocery store. Recruitment happens when you're gassing up the vans. Recruitment happens when you're friendly to people with your work shirt on. Recruitment happens when you go to lunch. You're always recruiting. You're always a market piece for your business. Always. How you talk to the staff is a recruitment. How you talk to the students is a recruitment. I want you to know that everything that you do in your business speaks, and everybody in your business that represents you, that has on that uniform, is speaking to the quality of your program. Everything speaks. So what does that mean, Brandy? These are some mistakes that we make in enrollment. Literally, we don't create a winning culture. We don't create a winning culture. What do you mean by that? Everybody acts different. Maybe people are not friendly. Maybe we haven't taken time to create our culture. And if you need more information on that, we did our Iconic Leadership Summit. And the Iconic Leadership Summit, our whole goal was to help you build a better culture. And culture is just not what you say you're going to do, but it's how people operate with each other, right? There are some places, there are some restaurants that people wait months to get into. Why? Because they have a reputation, right? There are some schools that people wait months, years to get into. Why? Because they have a reputation. They built a culture. And some people have a hard time getting staff, retaining staff, getting students, and retaining students because you haven't taken time to build a culture. And nobody wants to buy into mess, trash, dysfunction, lack of communication. How many of you know you need to work on your culture? Like, you're like, okay, Brandy, I'm listening to you, and I really haven't created a winning culture. If yes, you put a number 1 in the chat. Second mistake that people make is they recruit seasonally. They wait until people leave to recruit. They wait until back to school to recruit. They wait until New Year's to recruit. And they just don't think about it all the time. And if you're one of those seasonal recruiters, you only recruit when it's time to drink pumpkin spice, put a number 2 in the chat. I want you to know every time you recruit, to me, it's like I'm adding another $10,000 to my bottom line. So I'm always recruiting, right? I'm always recruiting because I know people are going to come and I know people are going to go. It's my job to make sure that we have 200 students. So I'm always recruiting. If you're a seasonal recruiter, that means you just don't have it top of mind. Remember, mindset. Like, you have to think, hey, when I go to the gas station, hey, I'm the owner of such and such daycare. When I go to the Little League games, I'm asking the Little League people, hey, do y'all need me to donate water? You know, sometimes I'll just go out to the basketball games, bring cases of water, bags of chips, be like, hey, this is from Imagine Me Academy, pass out cards, and leave. Because I'm always recruiting. I want people thinking about me even when they don't need me. And another thing, if you do things like that, sometimes people will say negative things about your daycare because you had to, keep a standard with them or had to make them follow a guideline, and now they're talking trash about you. But when you do things like that in the community, they're going to be like, no, that lady is nice. What you do to her? Right? So you want to make sure that you're always PR mode, that you're always recruiting. All right? If you are a worker of a center, what you wear, how you talk when you have on your uniform matters. How you talk to your own kids matter in public. Because if you talk to your kids like that, how are you going to talk to my kids? We don't create urgency. You know what? I always have a wait list. Literally. Even if I don't have a wait list, you may have to wait 15 minutes for us to figure out how we're going to slot you in. But we always only have a few seats left. A few is few. We got a few left. You know, we always need you to hurry up. Now, I'm not talking about urgency where we don't take time with people, but we let people think that they can come and go whenever they want to, right? We don't make people make a decision. Hey, I have these spots available. They can start on this day. Bam. Urgency in our follow-up. People call us and we don't follow up with them. We don't involve others in reaching our goal. We think that we have to do the enrollment on our own. This is the worst thing that you could do as an owner, because honestly, you don't want every family to depend on you. And as an owner, if you're the only one that can do a tour, if you're the only one that can take an enrollment packet, if you're the only one that can talk to a parent, you basically are shutting down your business until you're available. And who does that? McDonald's doesn't do it. Walmart doesn't do it. Dollar General doesn't do it. Dollar Tree don't do it. Ruth Chris don't do it. Your business cannot just be predicated on if you can do the tour, if you can talk to the parent. This is a team sport, right? So in the chat, put team sport. Number 5, They don't invest in marketing and branding. Literally, you have no investment in marketing and branding. No cute flyers. Nobody's posting them. Nobody's looking at Google. Nobody is, making sure the t-shirts look cute. Nobody is making sure that the painting on the windows is redone. Nobody is making sure that people see you in a good light. Number 6, we underestimate our impact, right? You have to know that your parents love you. And so when you do great things for parents, ask for referrals. Ask them to say how you impacted their life. If a parent say, oh my God, you guys are amazing. You say, hey, can you do me a favor? Can you stop 1 minute and do a video with me? I would love to do that. Get on Facebook Live. Hey, this is my parent, Tamika. We were just sitting here talking and, she said something that I thought was really, really important. And I want to thank my staff. How do you think I should thank my staff? Listen to what this parent has to say. Don't make it be about you. And let that parent say, hey, oh my God, Miss Brandy and her team are awesome. Stacy and Miss Candace, they are awesome at It Takes a Village, right? You want to make sure that you're letting other people help you promote. So when a parent says you did something well, take that moment. Hey, can you leave us a review? Can you stop right now and go live with me? Can you take a picture and post it? Don't underestimate your impact and catalog your impact, because I'm very sure I've had it done to me. I've had parents that did not pay and they leave a bad review. And I'm like, girl, now yesterday you thought we were the best thing since sliced bread. But when you have that document of other parents saying how great you are, it lessens the blow when somebody does something not so good. So have those parents. And then the last mistake is we don't prepare for growth, right? We don't prepare for the more students. We don't tell our teachers that they're coming. So that's why we started the Enroll 20 Challenge. So let me give you some history behind the Enroll 20 Challenge. Right before the pandemic, I had opened a new school, and that school could take 109 kids. And for 4 weeks, we had about 7 kids. So that means we had how many empty seats? We could take 109. But for about 4 or 5 weeks, we only had about 7 kids. 7 kids. So how many empty seats did we have? Like too many, right? Let me know in the chat. So we came up with a plan. We got our team together and we were like, hey, what can we do? And we've done this challenge several times in my organization. Now it's a rule of thumb that our goal is to enroll 20 students if we're not at our capacity. Right now, we can't do that because of how many kids we have. So we've reduced that goal to 10 kids a month. And really, when you're doing that, that means you're onboarding about 5 families every single week. So 102 seats means I was probably losing about $25,000 a week. That means I couldn't make good decisions to grow. I was not operating. I was operating at a loss. Even my employees were wondering if they were going to have a job tomorrow. So I know that we had to do something. We had to make a change. Can everybody say a change? So in making this change, we decided that we were going to have a goal of enrolling 20 students in 20 days. And tomorrow, I'm going to tell you the strategy we use and how we involve parents and how we involved our other center. We really went all out. I'm going to tell you about the strategy. But the first thing we did is we got a mindset. We got everybody together and we told them, guys, in order for us to get in a good position, we have to enroll 20 students in 20 days. The first time we did this was in February, which is typically not a high enrollment month for centers. And we got together and we made these little packets. We made flyers. We decided all the strategies we were going to do. But one of the things I want you to do tonight is talk to your team about what strategies that you guys want to do. And tomorrow we're going to talk about some enrollment specials that you guys can employ and some other things. But we had to have the buy-in from everybody that we needed 20 more students. That was our first step, is having the buy-in. Like, hey, we need to fill these seats. Maybe your number is not 20. If your number is less than 20, you're like, Brandy, I just need 6 more kids, or I just need 8 more kids. Put that number in the chat, right? But whatever your goal is, you got to have the buy-in from everybody in your center that we're going to make a change. And this change is going to benefit us all. Because I'm going to tell you one thing that staff will think is that you want to make this change for your personal gain. If you know that that's true, put true in the chat. Some people will think, oh, she wants to make that so she can get a new car, so she can get new bundles, so she can go on a vacation. And they have no idea that, in all honesty, you want to make sure that you do right by them and the kids that you guys serve. And you can't do those things, right, unless you have correct enrollment. So we had to build a culture where everybody knew enrollment was important. And one of our long-term strategies is everybody gets a raise and a bonus based on if we are at our target number. It's just the way we do it at Imagine Me Academy. So if we're not at our target number, you're going to miss the bonus for that quarter. And why some of the owners are like, oh, Brandy, please stop talking about bonuses. Please stop talking about that. Well, I can't stop talking about it because a bonus does not always have to be financial. It could be, guys, if we reach our goal, our next holiday is going to be a paid holiday for everybody because we have enough money now to pay you for that holiday. A bonus does not have to be $1,000. A bonus could be, we're gonna give everybody a $100 gas gift certificate. So sometimes our mind is, we're scared to commit to something because we don't know if we're gonna be able to do it. But if everybody is working towards a common goal, it's okay for everybody to benefit. In order for you to enroll and get everybody on the same page, it has to be a team sport. And if I win, guess who has to win? The team. So tomorrow, we're going to talk about how do we let the team win when we reach our goals. A part of this mindset is it has to be win-win for everybody. It has to be win-win for the parents that help you enroll. It has to be win-win for the teachers that's getting new students every single week, or they're training new teachers. You have to have an environment that we grow together, and as we grow together, we benefit together. If you can take that mindset of a win-win, put win-win in the chat, because it can't just be a win for you, right? So I'm going to show you this quick video. And I'm hoping that this video, just one second, let me make sure I have the volume up.
So your organization can have a culture. From day one, when you bring team members and employees in,
I'm going to see if we can play the video again. Someone said there was no sound. So give me 1 second and we're going to try to play the video again. All right, 1 second.
From day one, when you bring team members and employees in, you can start to talk about this is what it means to work here and be a part of this. And this is how we talk to the parents, how we talk to and treat the children. And you create a culture around it. What they wear, how they present themselves, right? Like I've seen private education institutions. So your organization can have a culture. From day one, when you bring team members and employees in, you can start to talk about this is what it means to work here and be a part of this. And this is how we talk to the parents, how we talk to and treat the children. And you create a culture around it. What they wear, how they present themselves, right? Like I've seen private education institutions where the parents are so proud that their kids go to these spots, right? The parents, they got the bumper stickers, they got, the car, like literally they built a culture in the community around what they do. So for y'all, one of the things I want to challenge you to is stop being transactional with these folks and start building an actual culture around what you have.
Okay, I hope that we're working out. Can you guys hear me? One of the things that he was speaking about at the conference last year is really about making sure you create a culture, not just for parents, but for your staff. What it means to work here is that we recruit. What it means to work here is that we share. What it means to work here is that we share when we have something good going on, and we also share when we have to work together. If you can hear me well, put a number 1 in the chat. Because you got to have a game plan when it comes to recruitment. So I'm going to give you these 7 tips to enroll in excellence on tonight. All right, good. Y'all, I was stressing with that video. I was stressing. So 7 tips. Tip number 1, we're going to talk about today. Making enrollment a priority. I think that we've established that. Step number 2, create a goal. We're going to create your goal in just a second. Have referral partners and marketing collateral and branding, and decide if a promotion is appropriate. That's what we're going to talk about tomorrow. And day 3, we're going to talk about how to train and inform your staff on the enrollment flow and how to do a concrete tour and concrete enrollment. So I'm going to do our next video, and I want you to really listen to what Michelle says.
You got to know how to adjust your plan so that you are creating the growth that you desire. Listen, continually, not haphazard growth.
So when we grow our centers, we do have to have a plan. It cannot be, oh, I'm going to think about doing this. I'm going to think about doing this. So in your VIP resource, this is the first thing you're going to do. On page 4, I want you to do a class breakdown for every single school, right? If you have more than one infant group or more than one infant room, you can print this page several times, put what your ratio is, the number of students in the opening in that class. Our first defense is seeing how many kids can we enroll without extra staff. Right? How many kids can we enroll without extra staff? This allows us to grow without having to spend a lot of extra money, right? Do you know that number? If you don't, you can do this quick activity. It's going to take you about 5 minutes. You're going to do your ratio for each group, how many students you have in that class, how many openings you have in that class, and you're going to get a total number that you can enroll without teachers, and then a total number that you can enroll if you decide to hire new teachers. Okay? Everybody understand what you're going to do with the class breakdown. Because if I know this, then I can have a plan. If I know I can enroll 8 more students without any more teachers, then I can have a plan for that. Does everybody understand this activity? If so, put breakdown in the chat. This is the first thing that you need to do. Once you know this, then you can set an initial goal for your staff, even if it's less than 20. You can set an initial goal for your staff, even without worrying about staff. You remember at the beginning, I said that some people won't enroll because they don't feel like they have enough staff or the right staff. So this conquers that problem right now, right? So you're going to create a SMART goal. Brandy, how do I create a SMART goal? I'm going to create a goal for my staff. And when I talk to them, I'm like, hey guys, you're going to be very specific. You're going to tell them, I want 8 students. We want to enroll 7 students. Sometimes you're going to say, we need 3 infants and 14 pre-K, whatever it is. But you want to be as specific as possible. You want it to be measurable. How will you know you attained it? When you can get those 20 new packets, right? It needs to be relevant. Why is this important? This is a win-win for us. It's going to allow us to do this. It's going to allow us to whatever it is, to refresh our toys, to update our playground, to fill our empty seats, to give job stability. But you need to know, they need to know why this is a relevant goal. Okay, and then it needs to be time-based. You need to put a time on it. Well, what's the time in the challenge? 20 hot days. Now, those are 20 working days, and you can decide if you're going to start this challenge next week with your staff. You're going to get the information and do the plan this week, or you may say, listen, we need students now. We're doing this right now. So you got to create your SMART goal. Here's an example of a SMART goal, right? Here's my Enroll 20 example. To enroll 20 new students in 20 work days. Bam. That ain't hard. Yours may be 8 students, 9 students. Drop your SMART goal in the chat. You got to create a goal that's smart. You can change this goal. This don't have to be your goal. But I want you to know it's simple. So drop your enrollment goal, your initial goal that you're thinking about, especially if it's not 20. Christine says, okay, I need to do 10 in 20 days. I don't even, so I need to do 7 in 20 days. Okay, keep it going. My first center could only take 19 students. Enrollment was never a problem. When I moved to my bigger building, I had 35. Now, y'all can do the math. Right. So, for me, enrollment wasn't a problem. But then I went to a building that could take 119 students. And we had to use some of these same strategies. And then I had another building. So, now I can take 230 students, 240 students. I won't take over 200, but for me, enrollment had to be top of mind. It had to be top of mind. Kimberly says 30. I'm hoping that's 30 new by when? Monica says, I need 40 new students in 20 days. 50 in 60 days. Okay, so we're going to put that 25 and 30. Eric trying to be, I ain't going to change your goal, Eric. I ain't going to change your goal. 10 in 20 days. Our most we've ever enrolled, like I said, was 67 in a 1 month period. And I think I didn't even add the last few kids. I think we ended up toppling it like 70. But because I can verify 67, I'm going to say 67. All right. So everybody has their goal. Now I want to do this assignment for those of you who are new. If you're new and this is the very first time, you're very brand new, and this is the first time doing a challenge or talking about enrollment with me, put new in the chat. My old people already know what I'm about to do, and they already fit to get mad at me. They're probably going to log off because every time I do this, they get sick to the stomach. They want to throw up, but it ain't my problem. I got to let the good stuff roll. Y'all, can y'all welcome the new people? Hey. Welcome all of our new people. Thank you. You know, Robin had to say she was an OG. No. I love it. Okay. So those of you who are new, the activity we're going to do, we talked about students, but students do convert into financial stability. So we're going to do something. So the problem is when you don't have enough students, you're not financially sound. That's the problem. You literally just dumping money out of the window. Now, when you do that activity in the workbook, you're going to see how many empty seats you have in your whole center. And so you know that right now. You know how many you have enrolled and how many empty seats that you have. So if you will, go ahead and drop your number of empty seats in the chat. And this hopefully will motivate you to come for the next few days so you can learn how to fill those empty seats. But go ahead and drop how many empty seats you have. Drop those empty seats. So there is something in your business called a revenue gap. So a revenue gap is the gap between where you are now and where you want to be, right? So that number that you guys are writing, we're going to do this activity so you can know, Eric, if you did fill those extra 50 seats, or Camry, if you filled those 110 seats, what could that mean for you financially over a year? Now, sometimes you can look at this gap over a month, over a week, and we're going to use those smaller increments to see what that gap would look like over a year. So everybody's been putting in how many empty spaces they have in the chat. I think as of today, we have 32 empty spaces. That's what my report said. My Monday report. They report to me every Monday how many empty seats they have. And they're planning to fill them, right? Everybody with me? Y'all getting scared? Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Some of you are like, what is she going to say? Okay. So we're going to do a revenue gap exercise. You need 3 things to do this. A, your center capacity. 2, your current enrollment. And 3, your average tuition. If you don't know your average tuition, use your toddler rate. Now, we've already done most of this activity because we figured out our empty seats. So when you take your capacity minus your enrollment, you get your empty seats. That's okay, Lim. We want to know. She says, I just opened. I have a lot. That's okay. We want you to participate. Kimberly says this hurts every time we do this, and we're going to keep doing it until it don't hurt no more. All right. So everybody knows how many empty seats they have. Does everybody know their toddler rate? So we want to be nosy. Everybody drop their toddler rate in the chat. Everybody drop their toddler rate in the chat. My toddler rate is 180 at one center and 150 at the other. But everybody go ahead and drop their toddler rate. Ooh, it's supposed to get hot in here. So depending on where you are, see, people like Francesca, they charge $400 a week. And then we have other people that are charging $169 a week. That's a big difference, right? $169 a week. I will say that if your toddler rate is less than 150 if you're in the South and less than 250 if you're in the North, then you probably need to do a rate analysis to make sure you're charging the right thing. Okay? I don't know if you are. You could do a rate comparison in your area. All right, so everybody knows how many seats they have. Everybody knows their toddler rate. Now, the revenue gap is for you to calculate how much money you're losing by not filling those seats. So this could pay for your next playground. It could pay for your next staff retreat. It could maybe get you out of debt. A lot of centers did not make it out of COVID without debt. And you may be looking at the SBA money and your staff may look at funding like, oh, that's your money. That's not your money. That's money you have to pay back with interest. So until you pay that money back, you need an aggressive plan to make sure that you have the correct revenue. Nanny says she needs to do a new rate fee. Hey, join us in the membership. This is what we do all the time. We make sure we adjust our rates. We have a membership special for just $10 your first month. Don't miss out on that, because that's some of the things that we do is we make sure that we're charging the appropriate rates for the appropriate time. I suggest that everybody do a rate comparison at least twice a year to make sure you're not charging too much less than the people around you. All right, so we're moving on. So now you're going to do this. You're going to figure out your open slots, which we've already done, and you're going to multiply that by your toddler tuition. Then you're going to multiply that by 50. So in this example, if I have 88 spots, and I did the 88 times the 150, I would be losing, right? I would be losing, and this actually should be weekly, $13,200 every week. And I'm going to fix that because I want to make sure that I'm going to fix that real quick, because I want everybody to have the correct information. Y'all know I do not like mistakes. So everybody do that. Your number of slots times your toddler tuition. Put that number in the chat. Put that number in the chat. Put that number in the chat for me. Don't do anything else just yet. And I'm going to reshare this. All right. So if I did my 88 slots times my 150, I would get $13,200 a week. So these are real numbers for some people. And then I'm not open 52 weeks a year. I base my budget based off 50 weeks. I used to base it off of 48, but now I'm not closed as often. So for me, if I would take this times 50 weeks, this will be $660,000 in my example that I will be using a year. So take what you're missing out. Okay, so this is the number that we want to eradicate. That per week, what is it per month? I want to know. 210. What more could you do with $210,000? How could you improve your family? Now take this number, Deb, and multiply it times 50. Almost $1 million. So this is why enrollment is important. This is why I want everybody who's on here, there's over 100 people on. I want you to put this revenue gap. And then I want you to make sure that you put it on your wall. And keep why enrollment top of mind. Right? So you've already earned one of your badges. Because you can earn your revenue gap badge. Because you just did it. Keep going. So listen, here's your homework for tonight. Keep dropping those numbers as I'm talking about our last few things. You need to download your VIP workbook. There's several different pages in the workbook that you need to do before tomorrow. One, you need to complete your revenue gap exercise, and most of you are doing that tonight. 2, you need to complete your goal worksheet, right? There are 2 pages in the goal worksheet, and you need to complete those pages before we go into tomorrow. The other thing you need to do is you need to do your lesson 1 highlights. Your lesson 1 highlights is going to give you some information to keep you going for tomorrow. And then in the very first part of our section, there was another, I want to say it's on page 4, another worksheet that you need to do on page 4, and that is your breakdown by class, right? So you have some homework that you're going to do tonight to prepare you for tomorrow. All right? Who's going to do their homework? There should be at least 100 posts in the group, because I'm going to post the badges in just a second. There should be at least 100 posts in the group with their homework. Because when you do this and you stay with us every single day and you devise your plan, you're going to be able to activate your plan to get those 50 students, 7 students, 20 students that you need to get in the next 20 days. But tonight was about your mindset. So if you had a mindset improvement, let me know what that improvement was in the chat. Whether it's I'm going to focus on it daily, I'm going to do it with my team, I'm going to make it a priority. Let me know what your mindset shift was in the chat. And I definitely want to make sure that you do your performance gap and you do your homework. Take a screenshot of your homework. You can download the VIP resources at Enroll 20. I'm going to put it in the chat. It's bit.ly Enroll 20 VIP. And with the VIP, I'll go over that for everybody, just in case you didn't know. Somebody says that they didn't know exactly what to do. Where do I get the VIP resources? I came in late. So the VIP resources are going to definitely help you work through the challenge, and it's going to give you all the resources to activate your plan. We don't want you out there without the resources, right? So along with the workbook that you get, it's a digital workbook that you can download. You get a private Q&A with me. You get access to the replays because the replays go away after Friday for the general public. And you also get some tools and forms that's going to help you walk through the challenge, like a letter for your parents, a tour guide, tour scripts, enrollment follow-up guide. So the workbook is about 60 pages. And those of you who got it, you can, let them know if it's good or not. I thought it was great. So Jasmine says, I got mine. I love it. I love it. I love it. If you already got your VIP, put VIP in the chat. If you're going to go get it tonight, put, I'm coming. Let me know you're coming. We want you to make sure you have it. We also want to make sure, tomorrow, and we're over our time. We try to keep our challenges to about an hour. So I want to go ahead and wrap up. We want to make sure you do your homework. And then we're really encouraging people to make it to Childcare Millionaires Live. We'll be talking more about the conference. I'm going to show you a highlight from one of our previous conferences in just a second. But it is amazing. It's an amazing experience, and we definitely want you to be there. After tonight, you want to make sure that you get in the group. Do your badges, do your assignments, check out our store. We have all of the childcare merch at shop.childcaremillionaires.com. We definitely want you to go and check that out. And then tomorrow, we'll be back with day 2 of our challenge. But we definitely hope that you make it to Childcare Millionaires Live in November. We absolutely love what we do. We make it a priority. So I just want to show you a little bit about what we do at our conferences.
Gonna put your loving in the layaway. Coming back to get it.
It's a missing piece. Let me figure out what it is. Let me tell you something. As you dream a bigger dream, there will always be missing pieces. The thing is that you cannot spaz out. You cannot give up. You cannot. You got to sober yourself and figure out, so what is the next strategic move that I need to make. So I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to say, I am great.
I am great.
I'm making all the necessary steps.
I'm making all the necessary steps
To be who I want to be.
to be who I want to be.
People don't quit jobs, they quit bosses. People don't quit jobs, they quit bosses. So in order for me to dream another dream, to want more, to want bigger, to want better, then I've got to become a better boss. I've got to become a better owner. I've got to increase my capacity so people don't keep quitting me.
Girl, my heart been beating for you, and I ain't gonna let you go.
Okay, we didn't know what we was gonna say, but it was good.
I'm gonna put it in the layaway. I'm gonna put it in the layaway. Coming back to get it on another day. On another day. Don't have to worry about it getting away. In the layaway. Well, your love is safe if I lay away. In the layaway. Yeah.
Give it up for all the elevators in the room. Elevation Mastermind.
My heart is beating for you. I ain't gonna let you get away. You ain't gonna get away. You ain't gonna get away. Oh, no, 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 no. Gonna put it in the. Gonna put it in the. Gonna put it in the. Yeah, gonna put it in the layaway. Gonna put it in the layaway. Come back and get it on another day. On another day. Coming back to get it on a rainy day.
So that was a video of our Elevation Mastermind trip. We had a ball on that trip, and I can't wait until we do another trip. We just left from Miami. I'm not going to show y'all the recap to that yet, but we do a conference twice a year. We have a really, really good time, and this is our big conference, so you don't have to be in the Elevation Mastermind to come to this conference. Some of y'all are like, I want to come to Miami. We had a wonderful yacht ride and all that, but you can come to this conference, and because we have wonderful sponsors like Kangaroo Time, Childcare CRM, A-Leaf Insurance, Jigarobics, PB&J TV, because we have such great sponsors, we're able to keep our ticket price at the early bird pricing. Now, as it gets closer, we're in our final 40 days. Of course, the ticket price will go up if you wait too long, but right now we have plenty tickets at our price, and we're running a special for 2 tickets for $99. Bring your team member. We have a lot of people that really bring their team members, and they make sure that they make it a point to grow with their team. So we definitely want to invite you guys to Childcare Millionaires Live, the conference. It's childcareevents.com. We can't impress upon you enough how much it changes your life when you actually get into the room. We'll be playing some testimonials and some other things, but I want you to go do your homework. We're going to play one more video to close us out, but you can be doing your homework while you're watching this video. If you have any questions, you can keep it in the chat. After this video goes off, we'll be leaving, but Coach Shannon is here. And some of our elevators, Christina, Stacy, Leslie, Monica are here, Angela, and they can also answer questions in the chat. So if you have any questions, please let us know. I can't tell you the impact it will have on your business. It's tax deductible. It's a write-off. You want to get there. We have Matt Amoria, the CEO of Childcare CRM, hitting the stage. Beth Cannon, Andy Enriquez, Dr. Connie, Coach Natalie will be hitting the stage. I'll be hitting the stage. We have just a host of great speakers. Marketing by Monray will be hitting the stage. We talk about management. We talk about money. We talk about operations. And we have a special leadership track for those of you who are directors. You have a special track where you can talk about how to support the betterment of the business from a director's point of view if you're not an owner. So we absolutely want you to be there. Keisha, contact membership at childcaremillionaires.com or info@childcaremillionaires.com, or you can even send me your email in a messenger. We want to make sure that we get that to you as soon as possible. Okay, guys, for those of you who are doing your homework, you can watch the video. For the rest of you, get your work done, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Man, we at this millionaires thing. You know what I'm talking about. Stop. You know exactly what I'm saying. This millionaire childcare thing, look, man, we're loving it. We're having such a good time here. We're learning so much. Learning how to deal with my honey. I'm learning how to deal with my money. I'm learning how to deal with some of these folks, too, that I don't like.
This is day one, and I'm having an absolute great time. I flew all the way in, scared to get on the plane, and this is my first time getting on the plane in all of my life, and I'm so excited that I did it. If you haven't been here, you need to try. It's awesome. I had a great time. I'm having a great time.
Experience here at the Millionaires Conference has been awesome. Just the sisterhood and finally meeting the people that I've come in connection with face to face has been totally awesome. I love you, Brandy. Thank you for everything that you have done for me.
Nothing like the Childcare Millionaires Conference. Listen, every year you need to make sure you find yourself in the place. This morning we started out with Michelle Johnson, and she told us how to build it, but not just build it, baby, how to build it big.
Y'all, I don't know how to say this. I hope y'all are hearing me on a deeper level than just your ears. Because some of you are about to walk into amazing opportunities where people are going to say, I just don't want this anymore. Will you take it?
And then I hit the stage and we rocked the boat, we worked the middle, and then we changed positions. And we are going to go from being that tiny boat to a huge ship. And then tonight we are going to party, party, party. And we invite you back to celebrate with us this year, next year, every year. Because at Childcare Millionaires, we constantly go to the bank, baby.
A lot of times we hire low. We hire low and we expect them to go high. We gonna hire high. We gotta get some of us don't want to hire good people because we know we don't do what's right.
Now